Why cult leaders have loyal followers. Use this in your business and life. The art of storytelling. Why your vision is your greatest asset. Did you know that Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job for being unfit for TV? The same woman who was deemed too emotional went on to build a media empire worth billions and influence millions of lives worldwide. The difference wasn't in her broadcasting skills, it was in her ability to sell a vision that transcended entertainment. Oprah didn't just host a talk show. She created a movement where everyday people could transform their lives through authentic connection and personal growth. Here's the dark truth nobody tells you. Business, you're not selling a product. You're selling an identity transformation. People don't buy what you make, they buy who they become when they consume what you offer. And here's the secret that separates cult-like loyalty from regular customer satisfaction. The psychology behind fanatical devotion is identical whether you're building a business empire or leading a religious movement. The only difference is ethical application. Think about your favorite brand right now. Why do you choose it even when cheaper alternatives exist? Because it's not selling you a commodity, it's selling you a better version of yourself. It created a narrative where you're the hero of the story, and their product is merely the tool that helps you achieve that transformation. This is what separates amateur sellers from visionary leaders. Oprah mastered this principle by understanding that people don't want entertainment, they want hope. They want to believe that transformation is possible. She built her empire by positioning herself not as a celebrity, but as a catalyst for change. Every episode wasn't just television. It was a ritual of possibility. Her audience didn't just watch her show, they participated in a collective journey toward becoming their best selves. The law of narrative dominance works like this. Whoever controls the story controls the perception, and whoever controls the perception controls the market. When you shift from selling features to selling transformation, you stop competing on price and start competing on vision. You become irreplaceable because you're not just solving a problem, you're fulfilling a deeper human need for meaning and growth. But here's the crucial distinction. This influence only works when it's authentic. The difference between an ethical leader and a manipulator lies in intention and delivery. The ethical leader uses narrative to create genuine value in people's lives. They deliver on their promises. They build a world where everyone wins: company, customer, and society. The practical strategy is this. Stop thinking about your product as an object. Start thinking about it as a bridge between who your customer is today and who they want to become tomorrow. Your mission isn't to sell technical features, it's to sell transformation. You're not just running a business, you're architecting better versions of human beings. If you want to discover how to create narratives that magnetize customers and build fanatical loyalty ethically, smash that like button right now and comment vision, because the next secret will show you how to create exclusivity without manipulation. False exclusivity, how to create demand through psychological scarcity. Elon Musk has a saying that most entrepreneurs completely miss. The best product is no product. What he means is counterintuitive genius. Sometimes the most powerful business move is making your offer so exclusive that people desperately want what they can't easily have. When Tesla first launched, Musk didn't try to compete with traditional automakers on volume. Instead, he created a waiting list culture where owning a Tesla became a status symbol of being an early adopter of the future. Most business owners make the same fatal mistake. They try to please everyone. They want to be everything to everybody, and in the end, they become special to nobody. But the grand masters of business influence discovered a powerful psychological secret. Humans value what's difficult to obtain. It's not about creating artificial barriers, it's about understanding that authentic exclusivity generates genuine desire. Here's the truth that goes against everything you've been taught about sales. Rejecting customers can be more powerful than accepting them. When you establish clear criteria for who gets to be part of your world, you're not being arrogant, you're being strategic. You're creating a club where people feel privileged to belong, and that privilege transforms ordinary customers into devoted advocates. Elon Musk did this brilliantly with Tesla's launch strategy. He didn't sell cars to just anyone. He sold access to an exclusive vision of the future where only forward-thinking innovators could participate. This approach transformed Tesla from another car company into a cultural phenomenon. People weren't just buying transportation, they were buying membership in a revolution. The waiting list became part of the brand experience, making ownership feel like an achievement rather than a transaction. The law of perceived exclusivity works because it taps into our primitive need for status and belonging. We're social animals, and our brains are wired to want membership in groups that elevate us socially. When you create an inner circle for your best customers, you're not just offering a premium product, you're offering a premium identity. You're selling the feeling of being chosen, being special, being part of something bigger than themselves. But beware. The line between strategic exclusivity and toxic elitism is razor thin. Ethical exclusivity is based on value delivered, not arbitrary discrimination. You create barriers based on commitment, investment, and values alignment, not on social class, race, or superficial characteristics. The goal is to attract people who will genuinely benefit from and contribute to your vision. The practical implementation is elegantly simple. Create tiers of access to your product or service. Have a basic offering for the general public, but reserve your best solutions for those who demonstrate higher commitment. This could be through financial investment, active participation, or demonstration of values aligned with your brand mission. Ready to learn how to create exclusivity that generates waiting lists without manipulating anyone? Hit that like button if you're ready to discover how to transform anxiety into laser focus, and comment exclusive to unlock the next game-changing secret. The secret ritual: how to transform habits into identity. Kobe Bryant didn't become a basketball legend through talent alone, he became legendary through what he called Mamba mentality, a systematic approach to excellence that transformed every aspect of his life into a ritual of greatness. Before every game, he had specific mental and physical preparations that put him in the perfect state for victory. He understood a profound truth: you are not what you think you are. You're what you repeatedly do. Your habits don't just shape your actions, they forge your identity. The difference between ordinary people and extraordinary leaders isn't natural talent. It's the quality of their daily systems and rituals. Kobe didn't just win on the basketball court, he won every morning when he chose to wake up at a.m. to train. Every time he selected discipline over comfort. Every moment, he repeated his excellence mantras until they became his internal reality. Here's the business secret that will revolutionize your approach. People don't buy products, they buy rituals. They buy systems that help them become who they want to be. When you understand this, you stop selling objects and start selling transformation through habits. You become an architect of identities, a curator of better versions of human beings. Kobe Bryant knew that each workout wasn't just about improving physical skills, it was about reinforcing his identity as a champion. Every shot in practice was an affirmation: I am built different. Every early morning run was a vote of confidence in himself. He wasn't just training his body, he was programming his mind for inevitable victory. The ritual became more important than the talent, because the ritual created the mindset that maximized the talent. The law of ritual identity teaches that repeated behaviors create deep beliefs. When you help your customers create positive rituals around your product, you're not just selling a solution, you're helping them construct a superior version of themselves. You become part of their transformation journey, and people who see themselves as transformers become customers for life. The power of rituals lies in conscious repetition with meaning. Every time your customer uses your product ritualistically, they're reinforcing the identity of someone who invests in themselves. They're not just consuming, they're evolving. And people who see themselves as evolutionaries don't just buy once. They become evangelists for your mission. The practical implementation is to create transformation experiences around your product. If you sell courses, don't just deliver content, create daily learning rituals that build the identity of a lifelong learner. If you sell physical products, don't just sell the object, sell the ritual of use that connects the customer with a better version of themselves. If you offer services, don't just deliver results, deliver systems that empower clients to achieve similar results independently. Ready to discover how to use rituals to create customers addicted to their own success? Crush that like button if you want to master the art of transformation through habits, and comment ritual because the final secret will show you how to unite everything into an unstoppable strategy. The Leader's Triumph: How Ethical Vision Makes You Unstoppable. Warren Buffett didn't build Berkshire Hathaway by manipulating markets, he built it by mastering a simple principle that most business leaders never understand. True power comes not from taking advantage of people, but from creating advantage for people. Today, he's not just one of the world's wealthiest individuals. He's a symbol of how integrity and success can amplify each other to create lasting impact and influence. When you master narrative, create authentic exclusivity, and build transformation rituals, something magical happens. You stop chasing success, and it starts chasing you. You become a magnetic force that naturally attracts opportunities, people, and resources. You transcend competition because you're playing a different game, a game where everyone can win without anyone having to lose. Warren Buffett proved that you can be ruthless in business without being ruthless to people. He built his investment empire by being fierce in execution, but generous in vision. He understood that real power doesn't come from dominating others, it comes from elevating others. When you help people grow their wealth, their knowledge, their potential, they help you grow exponentially in return. The cult leader mindset applied ethically works like this. You create fanatical followers not through manipulation, but through genuine transformation. You build loyalty not through dependency, but through empowerment. You become indispensable not because people can't live without you, but because they become better versions of themselves with you as their guide and catalyst. The law of ethical power reveals that sustainable influence only happens when everyone involved benefits. Buffett didn't exploit investors to get rich, he made them partners in prosperity. He didn't manipulate markets to profit, he created value that elevated entire industries. He proved that you can be incredibly successful while being incredibly principled, and that integrity isn't just good ethics, it's good business. The result of this approach is a business that's crisis-proof and competition-resistant. When you build relationships based on mutual value creation, you develop a natural network of protection and growth. Your customers become advocates for your brand. Your employees become ambassadors of your vision. Your competitors become admirers of your approach. You don't just survive market storms, you thrive in them, because you've built something more valuable than a business. You've built a movement. The final implementation is elegantly simple. Make every interaction an opportunity to create genuine value. Before making any business decision, ask yourself, does this elevate everyone involved? If yes, you're on the right path. If no, find an approach that benefits all stakeholders. This isn't just feel-good philosophy, it's the most profitable long-term strategy in business. If this journey transformed your vision of leadership and business, prove it by smashing that like button right now. Comment, ethical leader, if you're ready to build an empire based on genuine value creation. Share this video with someone who needs to discover that real power comes from lifting others up, not tearing them down. And hit subscribe because you just discovered that the world doesn't need more manipulators, it needs more transformational leaders like you're about to become.